My name is Adrienne Eamon, and I am a breathwork and mindset coach that works specifically with MMA and jiu-jitsu athletes. I work with them on managing their emotions for when they're in between rounds, when they get punched in the face, or when they have a submission pulled on them, or when they're stuck in a stressful moment that they're having a hard time getting out of. If you know anything about that world, I'm sure you can imagine the levels of stress that these athletes endure. However, humans endure those same stresses. Every time we feel an emotional spur, and I'm sure we will all be familiar with this, where our heart rate quickens and then our breath rate quickens. Then we start mouth breathing. Then we start feeling restless, a little panicked, maybe frustrated, and then it seems like we trip down a spiral staircase of emotions that can lead to dark places. We're also familiar with feelings of being calm or relaxed or safety. We might be more familiar with the first as opposed to the latter, but the idea with breathwork is to get us more comfortable with the latter of feeling relaxed, calm, and in control of ourselves. The breath is a big way to do that, and that is mostly because it helps regulate the autonomic nervous system. So the autonomic nervous system is branched into two parts. Part one, sympathetic. That means the fight or flight. That means that feeling of wanting to get out of bed in the morning, feeling of motivation and goal orientation and wanting to socialize with people. Each time that we inhale, whether consciously or subconsciously, that is being stimulated. The other branch is the parasympathetic nervous system. That is when we're feeling relaxed, calm. It's often called rest and digest because it's when we sleep and when our food digests. It can also feel like lethargy or a lack of social engagement or a lack of motivation. That branch is stimulated every time that we exhale. So we have an autonomic nervous system, everybody does, that is working to create balance constantly in the system via the breath, each time we inhale and each time we exhale. Oftentimes, once we get stimulated into fight or flight, we end up staying there for for a prolonged period of time. Then anything that happens helps to kick us further down that staircase of emotions. One of the best ways that I've found and that I work with my clients on is to create what I call breath ratios, and what the people who have taught me call breath ratios as well. This is where we count the length of the inhale and we count the length of the exhale. The only rule with this, the inhale is never, ever, ever longer than the exhale. Typically, we're trying to bring us a little bit more into a parasympathetic rest and digest state. So I want you to take a moment. We're going to go through a couple of breaths. And I'm going to ask that you close your eyes and start breathing in and out of the nose. That means the lips are together, the teeth are separated, and the tongue is slightly latched to the roof of the mouth just behind the two front teeth. In breathing through the nose, you're going to try to breathe in for about 4 seconds, or your own personal count of 4. And you want to fill both the chest and the belly. Doesn't matter which one is first. And then on the exhale, I'm going to ask that you exhale for 6 counts or 6 seconds. Again, whatever your personal count is today. And you're going to do that again, where you inhale for a count of 4. And then exhale for a count of 6. Making that exhale longer to stimulate the parasympathetic more. I'm going to have you do this a few more times. Most people feel this on the first breath, feel the effects of awareness or mindfulness start to kick in, and feel their body start to respond to the breath. What you can do is you can think about the muscles in the body relaxing each time that you take that 6 count exhale. And then when you inhale, you think about bringing in energy, stimulating excitement, social engagement, goal orientation. And then exhale. pushing some of that energy out. And that is actual energy because we've stimulated the sympathetic. Now we're stimulating the parasympathetic. Just go ahead and take one more breath like that. And then you can open your eyes. This type of breathing, or this specific ratio, is something that anybody can do. And it can be used to increase focus in the classroom. It can be used to increase focus and de-escalate situations or confrontations that happen. It can be used to create focus inside of the gym. It can be used to help you go to sleep at night. It can be used to help you calm down before you eat a meal, or even calm down after you've eaten a meal. This is something that I encourage you to implement into your own lives on a regular basis, as well as teaching the people around you, especially when you see people operating at a level that is a little bit higher and more anxious than they might be comfortable at. If you have any questions, my company info will be linked in the video after this. I really appreciate you taking the time today. And again, my name's Adrienne Eamon. Have a great day.